Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. I'm so happy to have you here, and welcome back to part two of me getting my spouse visa. I already have a part one where I shared my timeline, what I did, the steps I took to prepare my documents up until application, until I got my yes. Yeah, and also we went together to pick my visa, which is in here. So if you want to see it, please go to the last video and check it out. It's a series. You need to follow it so that you don't be left behind. Yeah, and also if you're thinking of applying for a UK visa or applying for a UK visa on behalf of someone, then you need to follow this journey. So today, what are we doing today? Today I'm going to be sharing with you the documents. I know last time on my previous video I only mentioned the categories, so I want to dive deep into those categories and tell you guys the documents that I submitted in length. And you know what, I'm going to give you a bonus and mention the amount that I spent. Yeah, I'm going to be that open with you guys because I've realized that not many people, I haven't come across someone who mentioned how much every single coin they spent on their visa application. And this is a special visa, it's a spouse visa. So I want you guys to know it's not about flossing or anything. It's just to help anybody who is about to apply for their UK visa or thinking about applying for a spouse visa and they are wondering, how much am I going to spend? Because there is little money here and there that you need. So from my English test up until when I get my visa, I'm going to cover all that. It's a very broad topic, so let's dive right into it. And I feel like my camera is a bit low, I don't know, so I'm going to pull it a bit up. Camera angle is now better. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself some wine. You can see that I have some wine over there, but I'm not going to have it myself because I need to be sober while talking to you. But you listening, you can grab yourself something, some water, some popcorn, whatever you want. So first, I'm going to mention the documents that I provided, and I am so sorry if you see me looking down here. I have my tablet right here. I've written down everything because I do not want to forget anything. Everything I state in this video is very important. So yeah, I have a tablet with me. All right, and also ignore the whatever is happening behind me. I am sat in the kitchen. So okay, documents. The first documents that I prepared were personal documents. Yeah, I prepared and submitted. There is no document that's here that I did not provide, right? Personal documents. So for your personal documents, you are going to provide personal documents like birth certificate, your ID copy. I am Kenyan. We have ID copies in Kenya, Kenyan ID copies. So yeah, provide that one. Passport copy, and a cover letter. So for my cover letter, I provided a joint cover letter. You can provide a letter for you, your cover letter for the applicant, and then a cover letter for the sponsor. So 2 letters, but you can also prepare a joint cover letter. I chose to do a joint cover letter because this is a spouse visa. So I saw it fit to make a joint cover letter. So instead of my husband writing one and me writing one, so I just made a joint cover letter. We both signed it. So next, in number 2 is host. So host is your sponsor, the person who is inviting you. In this case, my host is my husband. So I provided an invitation letter. Okay, that one was in there together with the joint letter. Yeah. Passport copy for my husband, birth certificate for my husband. Do not provide your KRA pins, please. Are we together? KRA pins, do not provide those. You see these passport copies as well, the passport copies that you go to the studio and take. Those are for job applications here in Kenya. Do not provide those. When you go for your biometrics, they will take your passport copy. But hey, people who annoy me, KRA mnapeleka wapi? Anyway, yeah, so for the host, that is what I provided. Personal documents. Yeah, for me, I mentioned those before. So these are personal documents for the host. Number 3, this is where a lot of work is, and this is proof of relationship. If you are applying for a UK spouse visa, a fiancé visa, you need to prove, actually even visit visa, you need to prove your relationship to your hosts. So my host, my husband, what documents did I provide? The first and the most important document is a marriage certificate. Where did I get my marriage certificate? I got my marriage certificate in Kenya, in Nairobi, Sharia House. I paid 9,800 Kenya shillings during the time when I got married. The experience was very bad at Sharia House, I'm sorry to say. I even wrote to them because guess what? They tried to con me and my husband 100,000 Kenya shillings. The first time we tried getting married, they told us that, oh, my husband has brought fake documents. I was like, hold on, my husband brought fake documents. So I was like, this is my Kenyan government, this is my fiancé, my to-be husband, who is lying between them. I was confused. So I even have a witness, my best lady, the one who was there during my wedding. The guy at Sharia House called me and my best lady inside his office, and then he said, oh, because your husband brought fake documents, what we can do, just give us 100,000 and everything will be okay. I was like, so if we give you 100,000, the documents are going to stop being fake documents and all of a sudden become original? So I said no. We had the money, obviously we could have paid, but I told my husband, this is not how I want to start my marriage. I can't start my marriage like this, so we have to make sure we do everything legally. So my husband went back to the UK and brought certified copy of the document they said was fake. So that was my little story about Sharia House. So especially if you're going there with a white person, just be prepared for some nonsense. Yeah, so that was just a by the way. So back to my documents. So the first one, marriage certificate. Second one, photos of us together. You see, when we go on holidays in the house, whatever we do, we take pictures. These pictures are very, very, very important when it comes to your applications, your fiancé applications, spouse visa application, visit visa application. They help to prove your relationship. And take photos in different places. Guys, do you know there are some people who Photoshop the photos? And people have been caught. The officers are not silly. They know how to look at the sun. They know how to look at the shadow. They know how to look at the clouds. So do not Photoshop. Just take wherever you go, together with your man, just take pictures. So that's what we did. And I put our pictures in four pictures in an A4 page. So yeah, that's what we did, photos of us together. The other thing I provided to show a genuine relationship between myself and my husband is our conversations. So when we met, we used to talk on Messenger, and then we moved to WhatsApp, and we still communicate with both of them, both apps like WhatsApp and Messenger. So I took the conversation from Messenger, Facebook Messenger, all the conversations from WhatsApp, and then put them in an A4, and I provided those. Guys, I know you are asking yourself, how about those naughty chats that you have? How about, I don't know, if you have naughty pictures or something like that? Don't tell me this doesn't happen. It does, yeah. I don't say I do it, but I know some people do it. Okay, so I know you're wondering, how do I take those? Just take them. They won't spend time reading through your text or whatever. They just want to skim through and see if the relationship is genuine. Whatever you can find to prove your relationship is genuine, submit it, and this is one of the things you need. So yeah, I provided WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. In the same topic of proof of relationship, I provided money transfers. So these money transfers, what is it? It is the money that my husband sends me every month. Like, I have a wifey allowance that my husband sends me every month. So the receipts, we use TransferWise. So, and there before we used Western Union. So we moved to money, what is it called? TransferWise. Yeah, we use TransferWise now. So whatever you use, just take receipts and send them. So we have the receipts from TransferWise since we met until when I applied for my visa. We just took all those receipts showing the money that my husband sends me. So that helps to show commitment. He's committed to me. If it's a fake relationship or a sham marriage, he wouldn't be sending me money. So yeah, common sense, right? I also provided holidays together. We have been on many holidays with my husband, so you need to show that you go places. You are not just a boring couple. Like, you know, if you don't go on holidays, you don't do fun things together, then you are not genuine. Your relationship is boring. It doesn't exist. So if you've gone on holidays, take the emails for confirmation emails from hotels bookings, maybe if you hire a car, the receipts and all that. Yeah, flight tickets to your holidays. Yeah, I also provided flight tickets for me and my husband. I provided certificates of our balloon rides, the balloon rides that we have done together, the hotels where we have stayed, the flight tickets that we've used to go on holidays. Yeah. Another set of flight tickets that I provided are flight tickets to show that my husband has been to Kenya. The first time he came to see me in Kenya was in 2017. So yeah, I provided all those from 2017 up until 2022. And myself, I started going to the UK in 2019, so I did show that. And exit and entry stamps. You know, when you exit Kenya or when you enter any country, they stamp your passport. Let me show you. They stamp your passport like these stamps, entry and exit stamps. Take a copy of these A4 and take it, okay, submit it. So these entry and exit stamps, yeah, submit those ones as well. Okay, so now we have covered personal documents for me. We have covered personal documents for my host, who's my husband. We have covered proof of relationship. What next? What next is, allow me to take this opportunity to introduce to you the sponsors of today's video. This video has been proudly sponsored by UK Visas Kenya. You can find them on Instagram. This is the page. I'll link it here. It's a very beautiful page, but also the job that they do is beautiful. So in case you are having problems with applying for your UK visit visas, fiancé visa, spouse visa, indefinite leave to remain, further leave to remain, you name it, all visas. In case you're having trouble, just contact UK Visas Specialist Kenya. They will be able to guide you through the application, the documents, all these documents that I'm talking about, the online application, booking the appointment, etc, etc. Just reach out to us and we will be able to help you. The name again is UK Visa Specialist Kenya on Instagram, or you can also DM me personally on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Shiru White. I'll put it right here. So yeah, feel free to DM me anytime and I'm gonna help you out. Let's continue. So the next category is accommodation in the UK. My accommodation in the UK. You need to prove where you are going to stay, that you have accommodation where you are going, all right? So if your sponsor owns the house that you will be staying in, then he's going to provide a title deed, council tax bill, and any other documents that shows proof of ownership. Proof of ownership of that apartment or house that you are going to be staying. If your sponsor is renting a house, you are going to provide a tenancy agreement and a letter from the landlord giving you permission that you can stay there. And accommodation has to be suitable for you. You cannot be overcrowded. There is how this letter is supposed to be written. So in case you're having a problem with writing any of these letters that I'm going to be talking about, again, kindly contact UK Visa Specialist Kenya. We are going to assist you. So next category, this is a very, very delicate category: financial requirements. Do you meet the financial requirements? This depends on your category. If you're relying upon savings to meet the financial requirement, you need about 10 million Kenya shillings in your account that have stayed there for 6 months. If you are relying upon employment, you either belong to category A or category B. Category A means that your salary is the same every single month. Category B means that you are employed and your salary is not the same every single month. If you're relying upon employment, if your sponsor is self-employed, you are relying upon category F to meet financial requirements. The category F is the hardest category. So my little advice is, there are sponsors who meet many categories. Let's say your sponsor is employed, so you can use category A or category B with pay slips, and your sponsor has savings, so you can use category G. Your sponsor is self-employed, you can use category F. So if you have all these categories that you can use to meet the financial requirement, choose the easiest. Choose the easiest category. Self-employment is the hardest category. I try to avoid this category so much. So I chose category A for us because it's the easiest category. I mentioned this in my previous video. I know this category sounds like Greek to most people, and that's where UK Visa Specialist Kenya comes in. So if you're having trouble to determine which category you are in, just contact us. If you apply under the wrong category, refusal, you are going to be denied. So make sure you apply under the right category. I applied under category A and I provided 6 months pay slips for my husband, job contract, so where he works, letter from his employer, and bank statements. 6 months bank statement. You know, if you are relying, there is some categories, if you rely upon, you are going to provide 12 months pay slips. 12 months pay slips and 12 months bank statement. So not better. I applied under category A with same salary every single month. So that's category A. So that's why I provided 6 months pay slips and 6 months bank statements. Next category, education. I did not provide much for this category. I only provided my English test, and that's all you need for your spouse visa. English tests, IELTS A1. That is what I did. When I'm applying for my further leave to remain, I will go for B1 test, not A2. You can do A2 or you can do B1. So B1 is a bit harder than A2. So I'll go for the B1 because I'm confident in my English. Kenyans have very good English. Kenya, South Africa, I mean, most African countries are English speaking countries. So maybe I can advise you to go for B1 as well, because you can use it for further leave to remain, and you can also use it for indefinite leave to remain. It saves you time and money. So that's what I'm gonna do, and you can take that advice as well. The next category is medical. So for medical as well, I only provided one document, which is my TB test. That's all you need, a TB test. If you have TB, then you are going to have to be treated first so that you can be given a certificate. The certificate, if you don't provide the certificate, you are going to be denied. So make sure if you have TB, you have been treated. I did not have it, so my certificate I was granted the same day, and I went home with it. So something I'd just like to mention is that for this visa type, I do not need things like ties to prove my ties. So I did not have to provide things like logbooks, like title deeds, because I'm not proving any ties here in Kenya with this visa type. I only provide those when I'm applying for my visit visas, but I don't need any ties when I'm leaving Kenya. I'm going to become a British citizen, so I do not need to prove that I am coming back. So when you're applying for this visa, keep the ties up out of your mind. And when you're applying for a visit visa, make the ties your best friend. Keep them close to your heart. Ties, you will need those. Alright, so we have now officially entered part 2 of this video. This video has part 1 and part 2. Part 1 was me telling you about all the documents I provided. And then now this part 2 is how much money I spent from my English test, TB test, application, IHS fee, visa fee, TLS money, for the biometrics and stuff, every single coin, I will mention it to you guys. Like I said before, this is not to floss, it's just to help somebody out there to know what to expect and to even plan your budget. So yeah, if you have reached up to this point and you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free, by the way. Just smash the subscribe button for me. So sorry, I'm choking. Guys, wait, I have to mention something very specific. Some documents have expiry dates. The English test expires after 2 years. The TB test expires after 6 months. It's only valid for 6 months. Your financial documents have to meet the 28 days rule. Your payslips, bank statements, they have to meet the 28-day rule. If you don't know what a 28 days rule is, contact me on Instagram or contact UK Visa Specialist Kenya. We are going to explain what the rule is. You have to follow the rules. If you apply with an expired document, my friend, you're going to suffer. And before I start mentioning the amount, I'd just like to tell you that if you get a refusal, your visa fee is not refunded. You can get your IHS fee, but not the visa fee, not the biometrics fee. The money has gone like that. So make sure that all your documents are done properly. If you need help, contact us, we will help you. If you believe in yourself, please, all the best. Yeah, but whatever you do, just make sure your paperwork is well done. I want all of you to be able to get this visa. It's not easy, it's very hard. So the first document that I got was my English test, and the English test cost me